Hey guys, it's Spacey Sims, and we are here today with a quick speed build video. This is actually a challenge that I found on the Sims forums in the list of like the huge list of challenges and everything. It's a build challenge, obviously. Basically, you are building in a 5 by 5 grid for the house. You can have as many floors as you want, but the house floor plan can only have a maximum of like 5 by 5. So in any arrangement that you want for like each level. In the landscaping, so basically the patio part that I'm building here, can only be 10 by 10. Yeah, I made mine a little bit like longer and skinnier because I kind of wanted it to be even. So that's basically it. So you can have as many levels as you want. So you could put a basement and everything. And I actually did start building a basement, but it's so hard getting stairs in this thing. Yeah, so it was a little bit difficult just because I'm not like that great at building tiny. You're supposed to actually do it with a 20,000 simoleon budget. So I totally started doing that, but then I really wanted to be able to decorate the backyard, so I did end up cheating some money in just to be able to finish doing it. But basically, the house, the lot, everything else is done with the 20,000 simoleons. I just did the backyard, but the back patio area with excess. I kind of added in there. And what I was actually going for originally was there's themes. So the creator of this challenge keeps adding different themes. So the first one is username. So basically, it's supposed to be represent like your username. And I was like, well, that's cool. I can put all the space prints and everything all over the walls. And then I just wasn't even thinking about that when I was building it. I was just more focusing on like, how am I totally going to fit all of this stuff in this tiny little space? So I didn't do that. And I probably could have done it a little bit differently. Maybe, adding more levels and everything to kind of just even it up. So yes, unfortunately, my sim would have to walk up and down a bunch of stairs to do every little thing. But it ended up kind of. I was trying to go a little more modern with it, so that's like why I'm putting in these windows and everything. And yet it totally didn't end up that way. Like when I ended up finishing it, it's a lot different, and especially the outside. The outside kind of looks a little more Mediterranean to me, I guess I would say. Or like the little, like, I don't know, but it definitely didn't work. I mean, I still like the windows on it, but I think definitely the fencing area around the outside, could have been different. And I probably should have updated it, but I didn't think about it until I was like looking at the pictures at the end. And I was like, yeah, the fence doesn't quite go. Like it definitely changed the outside. Here I'm trying to put columns to like support that extra level, that the top level, but like I hate the fact that the columns they have to be in the center of the thing. It's like that's not helping. So I ended up just putting these pieces of wall that come out to support it, and then just putting like windows in them just as like, so then it wasn't just like a piece of wall, it's just this little divider. And then here I'm trying to figure out how to get a bathroom in here, and so that there's room for a double bed, because right now, yeah, it's perfect for a single sim, but I would like you to be able to have two sims in there. So, husband and wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband and wife and wife, whatever. So, I did end up fitting a double bed. Obviously, you can tell. And, decent sized bathroom. Bathroom probably could have been smaller, but, it's the way you gotta fit it into this house. So, yeah, and I left it since it's kind of, you're not going to be, it's only the two sims that live there, and maybe a guest if they come over using this bathroom. I put the door with the windows on it just because it lets a little more light in, from the bedroom. It didn't occur to me till after I was done, doing the upstairs, that I had this little balcony that I was originally going to use as like, you could walk out to it. That just actually becomes more decorative after, which I really did actually like at the end. You'll see, when it kind of comes to it, what it ends up looking like. But yeah, I kind of liked the way that turned out. So yeah, and then I was just trying to go with kind of trying to figure out wallpaper and flooring and everything to go kind of, because I have like Japanese cherry blossom kind of light. So, I ended up finding, other like art prints to work with it. But yeah, so I totally kind of, when I got up here and I started decorating it and I was like, oh, right, it's supposed to have a theme. Oops, I kind of didn't go with the, Spacey Sims theme where I would put space prints and try to make it look like that. So I just kind of was like, all right, fine, I'm just going to go with it. Like, however, I just felt like, building it. So yeah. So here I was trying to figure out something to go on that wall, and then I was like, oh, maybe we'll put like windows into the bathroom so it, lets a little more light in, and it's just a little added detail, to the wall, so to the wall, so it just doesn't look so barren, I guess. But yeah, and then just obviously just putting stuff. Windows and everything, decorative things on there. This was a really difficult challenge because it's such a tiny, tiny build, I'm building it on one of the 20 by 15 lots in Newcrest because, they're perfect and tiny and small for this kind of a challenge. And here I was kind of trying to figure out if I could put stairs underneath the other existing stairs, but I guess I could have moved maybe the basement a little bit to do it, but I think it was just a matter of because I'm pretty sure I've done it before where you can put stairs underneath stairs. And then because this is supposed to be like the kitchen and living room area, it was so difficult with the layout to try to figure out how to get a kitchen where you have at least a counter space or two to do, food preparation as well as your stuff in there, and then fit a couch and everything. And like, I kind of like the different layouts I was doing with the kitchen, but then they're leaving no room, for the living room. And I kind of already knew that I was going to try to put the living room in the front corner, off to the right of the doorway now. When you first walk in, it would be to the right. So that's why I was like, I just moved everything out of the way and I'm trying to put the living room area in so I at least can rearrange the kitchen around that. Cause I figured that's a good space. We'll just put I just wanted a wall TV. So that one kind of worked. It's small, but it's inexpensive, and I was trying to stay originally within the 20,000 simoleon budget, and I wanted it to have at least room for two. And I think there was actually one point where there was a layout I do in the kitchen, and I don't know why I changed it because I was like, it actually would work pretty well, and I think it's like this one where I do that, and then I could put another, this like right here. That would have been perfect. So I don't know why I changed it. And I don't know why I was like, oh, no, I can't have that way. It's like, it was perfect. I think I was thinking, I need space to walk behind the chair to get in there. But if they can walk in a half space, they can walk between the chairs or, just around the one side. You don't need to be able to walk around both sides as long as you can get in. I do end up putting like a side table here. But you could totally walk by, that one more grayish kind of looking chair. The one that's closer to the door, you could just walk in front and sit in the other chair. So the kitchen arrangement would have worked the other way, and you would have had at least two places to sit for the Sims living there. But, I figured half the time the Sims sit and watch TV when they eat anyway, so whatever. Yeah. Oh, and this is the point where I realized that, putting a doorway into, the bathroom would just be silly. So I was like, let me just try to put some plants and stuff up here so it just looks like a giant, like, wild planter kind of a thing. So that's kind of what I'm doing. And then that's kind of when the feel started changing. And I wasn't really thinking about it at the time. It was until, I put some final touches on the outside of the house that it ended up with more of like a Mediterranean kind of feel to me. And I was like, oh, okay, that totally changed exactly where I was going. And I didn't change the fencing around it, which I kind of feel like I should have, or made that darker, because I just kind of feel like the white kind of goes his way. I was just messing with like, can I put trees or something up here? It needs something else. So then I put those kind of plants right there. And then I was like, kind of might put like windows or something, and then the middle looked barren, so I kind of just put that new decorative wall piece that came with Perfect Patio, and just put that up there because it kind of worked. And, here's them trying to find, good exterior walls for the house. And I tried a couple of different things and nothing was feeling right. And again, this is kind of where the, like the thing comes into it with me doing the more Mediterranean style, because then the wall paper and stuff that I used ended up being way more like, I'm losing their train of thought, like trying to like go with it. It just looked more Mediterranean to me when I did the walling. So like originally I had this, and I kind of liked that, but then there was something that didn't feel right. I do also kind of wish I changed the roof trim, just because I think I would have liked it been a different one. I like the color. I just the styling of it after looking at it. So, but you know, hey, you can only do so much. So yeah, there's the walls, like, you know, the stone on the bottom, and then the old kind of stone that's kind of fading up into the stucco kind of going up. I really liked the way that looked. And then this is the point where I kind of didn't have a lot of simoleons left. I kind of wanted to put maybe seating outside and a nice grill, and I had originally wanted to do a pool. Didn't have money for that. So I kind of just was like, you know what? We're going to cheat some money in so I can just finish off the backyard, because I didn't want to leave it totally unfinished. I was trying to do what I could with it originally, but I was like, you know what, it's too barren. So I just cheated some money in to be able to finish it. So I kind of didn't follow the rules there, because you're only supposed to use 20,000. But you know, I really just wanted the backyard to be finished, and I really do like the way it did come out. So I am, you know, I'm quite happy with the backyard. You know, it's got a little bit of something to it. It's got, you know, and they moved the planters so that you can, you know, it's kind of like right in front of the pool, gives the pool a little, you know, once you actually plant something there, you can, you know, just a little bit of, you know, like a barrier, I guess. Not, I don't know what I'm thinking with that, but yeah, so just a little bit of something. And then, you know, I was looking at the house and I'm like, okay, so, you know, I was trying to find like the right roofing, and I wasn't really sure about anything. I ended up changing the roofing. You'll see when it comes down to it. You know, and like to match the thing. So I was like, okay, we needed a little bit more of something on the side of the house just to add a little more, you know, definition, decorativeness. So there is like a bit of a modern style to it. But yeah, I don't know. It kind of ended up being, I guess, more modern Mediterranean, I guess you could say. But yeah. So when I put these overhangs on it, I really wanted them to have like a brown roof tone because they matched the same tile. They didn't, so I changed the roof to red, and it's kind of where it became more Mediterranean. But yeah, so I'm going to leave you with the pictures now. So remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.